26M, 28F, my GF likes to swim naked with her friends including guys. And by skinny dipping I mean fully naked. So we have been dating for 8 months now and everything's going great. Except this one thing, which I found out accidentally. We were talking and she mentioned that she and her friends went for a swim after work, so I asked if she carries her swimsuit around in her bag and she said no, she prefers to swim without any clothes. And it was news for me, shocking I might add. I asked her if there were guys there and she said yes. Well, I was pretty shook but I laughed awkwardly and we talked about other stuff. But NGL, it's really bothering me. On the other hand, I don't even know how to approach it with her as it seems to be a normal thing for her. I have been turning it in my head and there are no easy ways to broach the topic without it going wrong. Some advice please. Wow. The hockey changing room guy needs to see this.
It's understandable that this makes you uncomfortable. All you really can do is talk to her about it. Tell her how it makes you feel and if she'd be willing to wear a bathing suit. If not, you need to decide if this is a deal breaker or not.
Ignore the people in these comments attacking you for not feeling completely fine with your girlfriend swimming naked. It's a perfectly normal thing to feel weird about. You just have to ask her if she'd be willing to put on a suit, and if she is not willing, then you're kinda just at an impasse. It's well within your right to bring up the topic and discuss your concerns.
First of all, it's completely normal to feel uncomfortable and shocked by this revelation from your girlfriend. It's important to communicate your feelings and concerns to her in a non-judgmental and respectful way. One way to approach the topic is to simply express your feelings and ask her why she enjoys swimming naked with her friends, including guys. It's possible that she may not realize how this makes you feel and may be open to discussing and finding a compromise. It's also important to consider if this is a deal breaker for you in the relationship. While it may be difficult to accept, it's important to remember that everyone has different boundaries and it's okay if your girlfriend's boundaries do not align with yours. However, it's important to communicate and respect each other's boundaries in a healthy relationship.
Ultimately, the key is to have an open and honest conversation about your feelings and concerns. It's possible that you may not see eye to eye on this issue, but it's important to try to find a resolution that works for both of you.
Insane to justify skinny dipping to your BF.
Just be honest with her. Let her know it is not about trying to control her, and you have no trouble with her swimming with her friends. But her exposing herself to the opposite sex is very upsetting to you. Ask if she would consider wearing a swimsuit when around guys. If she says she understands and will do so for you, great. If she is not willing to do so, then let her know that you understand and that cultural issue may be too great to be compatible in the long term. It doesn't make either wrong or right. Just incompatible. Good luck.
Consider it this is also a trust problem for you. Do not shame her for owning her body and being comfortable with it.
It's not a big deal. Nudity equals sex. I know it's hard to imagine, but once you've been naked around a group of people a few times, it loses its novelty. People can be naked around each other without it being sexual. Skinny dipping with friends is rad. Nudity isn't inherently sexual. If there's nothing sexual going on and she's comfortable in her skin and with her friends, it's not much of an issue. I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings, but it is her body, and if she's not being unfaithful, I'm not sure there's really any wrongdoing here. Definitely talk about it more, but use your I statements so she doesn't feel attacked. I live in France, so we have people who are nudists and others who are not. It's always a bit funny to find out someone you know at work, for instance, is a nudist. It is, however, not something I bat an eye about. Your GF can swim butt naked if she wants. You can tell her it is weird to you and ask if you can come along next time, for instance. I'm sure it'll put your mind to rest.
Wow, I spend a ton of time swimming naked in saunas. I didn't know so many people sexualize that. Flushed face.
I understand this is a big deal to you, and I can't believe so many people are just minimizing it. Yes, to her it might be normal and no big deal, but I can certainly see that most guys would not be okay with it. Most guys don't want other guys seeing their girlfriend naked, so don't think you are the weird one for having these feelings. You are incompatible by the sounds of it. Quite frankly, I don't even see a conversation fixing it, but it's always best to try first. Pools. You can see through easily. Most lakes I've been in? Not so much. Nudity? Not inherently sexual at all. Your feelings. Valid. Regardless of where she's swimming or how her and her friends' feelings around nudity are. That said, this may be something you can work through. Or it may be a deal breaker if you can't get past it and she isn't willing to stop, or it's not okay that she's been doing it and it's okay to break up over. This would bother me too. If she doesn't want to cover up for your sake, you will have to break up. I know this is a boundary for me. Simple. You are incompatible. She likes to swim nude with guys. You don't like it. Talking to her won't make a difference because she is not going to stop just because you want her to. You need a girlfriend who has the same views as you have. There is no compromise here. I understand that it makes you uncomfortable, but nakedness isn't a big deal in a lot of cultures. Naked swimming is just the norm. Is she from the same culture as you? Nakedness doesn't bother me. I don't mind folks seeing me naked, and naked bodies don't bother me at all. But I know that's just how I was raised, and not everyone is okay with that. You're allowed to set boundaries, and she's allowed to say, I don't want to follow that boundary. Because it's not an issue for me, and it might just be that you're incompatible. Just have an open and honest conversation about it. People are different, and they see things differently. You see this one way and she sees it another. Relationships are all about compromises. If this is a hard no for you, then she's gonna have to compromise. There may be other things that she sees one way and you sees in another that you would have to compromise on. But if you're truly uncomfortable with it, and she decides that it doesn't matter, that shows you exactly how she feels about you and the relationship.
That's grounds for breaking up. Now I would not let that slide.
This is a matter of your boundaries and seeing if she is willing to compromise to find a solution with you, or if this is something you can accept and get over, or a deal breaker. Good luck. If everyone on this sub could understand that relationships are not about controlling another person, most of these posts would not exist. You either love someone for who they are and how they do things, or decide if you really should even stay.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.